हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य अद्य शतोत्तरः पञ्चत्रिंशः पाठः। अणमुल् प्रत्ययस्य अध्ययनम् अग्रे अनुवर्तिष्यते। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयं नमस्कृत्य तदुक्तिः परिभाव्य च वैयाकरणसिद्धान्तकौमुदीयं विरच्यते। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः अस्य वर्गस्य प्रयोजनानि। सिद्धान्तकौमुद्याः कृदन्तप्रकरणस्य सर्वेषां सूत्राणां विस्तारेण अध्ययनं, यत्र आवश्यकं तत्र अन्येषां व्याख्यानानां साहाय्येन शास्त्राध्ययनं, सर्वेभ्यः धातुभ्यः यथायोग्यं कृत्प्रत्यययोजनं, कृत्प्रत्ययपरे रूपनिर्माणप्रक्रियायाः अभ्यासः, and the last one अष्टाध्याय्याः तृतीयाध्यायस्य कण्ठस्थीकरणम्. uh, Around 10 students from our class actually participated in the Kanthasthi Karanam exam, either the memorization or the chanting exam that was conducted last evening in India or today early morning on the other side of the world. So very happy to know that the many of you actually did well. I hope you would have got some constructive comments. If the examiner has not given any comments directly during the class, these comments will be uploaded on the portal. Please go through these comments, rectify whatever errors were done, and please progress towards the other padas. Like, for example, if you have recited only 3.1, go for 3.2, 3.3. This is a continuous process. Our course was just a starting point of this. So if you are done with third chapter, fourth, fifth, and so on, because memorizing a sutram or at least being able to recapitulate that sutram quickly has immense implication on actually recollecting it when you need it during the usage or during the prakriya. So please spend, those of you who actually spend time in memorization told me later on through email that this exercise was actually very helpful for them. So I just want to reciprocate that it's not an unnecessarily put goal over here. It will definitely help those of you who are interested in moving ahead in Vyakarana Shastra. Please take this particular goal seriously and uh, go ahead with the remaining chapters. So there's a question on this particular point that I can take. Is it possible for us to have the recordings of the third chapter? Most likely, I think the recording of the third chapter will be made available. I can check with the Vyoma team. And more importantly, if you go to the website actually on the chanting page, I know it is not a 100% substitute, but if you go to the Parayanam page on the website, what I have done is I have included a player on the top. You just click the play icon and all the sutras will play in sequence. So earlier what it used to happen was you had to click the individual audio icon. Now we can actually play all the sutras in sequence and the sutras get highlighted. So whichever sutra you are playing, for example, it'll actually get highlighted, and in this way you will be able to look at the sutram and pronounce it. So this is one way. Or you can like purchase, I think it's some $4 or $6, that entire product you can purchase it from the Vyoma website. Or I'll try to make the recording of the third chapter available. I'll send it on the group, or we can post it on the course page. I'm happy to give all kind of help from my side if people are interested in pursuing this particular point. Just 1 second. Okay, so with this, let us move on to the subject discussion. Tatra asmabhihi dvadasham karapatram adhiyamanam asti. Okay, there are few more questions that I can actually take related to this, and then we can go ahead. So somebody is asking, will you answer the questions related to Ashtadhyayi through email? Yes, I'm always available to answer all your questions related to Ashtadhyayi, whether they are related to Krudanta Prakaranam or whether they are related to any other Prakaranam. So there are some students of our class who have been asking questions not related to the Krudanta Prakaranam, say Tadhita Prakaranam or Samasas, or say other part of Angakarya and so on. There are people who actually ask me questions on paribhashas or a part of Laghu Shabdendu Shekhara and all that. I try my best to answer. I cannot assure I know everything, but if I don't know, I'll be honest to tell that I don't know, or I'll be honest, even bigger, promises to look up the books, study, and get back to you. But don't worry, I'm always available over email for all kind of sutra related or ashtadhyayi related questions. You don't have to wait for the course to end, or you don't have to wait for the next course to start. You can always write to me over email. Okay, Prarabhamahe. If you have any some similar questions, we can just take them towards the end of today's class. Prarabhamahe purvasmin varge asmabhi namul tatha tva pratyayoho yugapat adhyanam kritam तत्र आभीक्ष्णेन मूल च नयद्यनाकांक्षे विभाषाग्रे प्रथम पूर्वेषु इति त्रीणि सूत्राणि अधीतानि वर्गस्य अन्ते अस्माभिर्नमुल प्रत्ययस्य प्रक्रिया प्रारब्धा परन्तु समयः नासीत् अतः तस्य विषये सूत्राणाम् अध्ययनं न कृतम् अस्मिन् विषये इत्युक्ते प्रक्रियायाः विषये अन्यस्मिन् कस्मिंश्चित् वर्गे पठामः अद्य अग्रे गच्छामः अग्रिमं सूत्रं कर्मण्याक्रोशे क्रुयक् खमुय इति एकमेव सूत्रं तत्र खमुय् इति प्रत्ययः पाठ्यते तस्य अपि सूत्रस्य अध्ययनं किञ्चित् अनन्तरं कुर्मः किमर्थम् अद्यतनवर्गे अग्रे विद्यमानानां णमुल् 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 इति सर्वेषां सूत्राणां यत्र णमुल् प्रत्ययः क्रमेण विधीयते इत्येतेषां सर्वेषाम् अध्ययनम् अस्माभिः युगपत् करणीयम्. So we will start with the sutram Svaduminamul today, which starts, a big area of all Namul, 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 and so on. So Svaduminamula Anyathaiva Kathamitham Susiddha Prayogaschet Yatha Tathayo Rasuya Prativachane Karmani Drushivido Sakalye Yavati Vindajivoho Charmodarayo Purehe Varsha Pramana Ulopaschasyamyatarasyam and chele knopehe. Till this chele knopehe, this is the place where we want to discuss sutras till today. Why? Because starting with immediate next sutram nimula samula yoho kashaha, a separate section of namul pratyaya start. So that whole thing, there are 10 11 sutras in that, 12 sutras in that particular section. That entire section we will discuss in context with each other in tomorrow's class. So today we'll just start with Swaduminamula and end till Chele Knopehe. I'm aware that I am skipping the Khamui single pratyaya. We will take it towards the end. So all the way at the end of the sheet, if you see, there is a continuous set of sutras which talk about only Kru Dhatu. So Kru, 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 and so on. This is the right place where we can put this Karmanya, Kroshe, Kruya, Khamui, which is also about the Kru Dhatu. The next three sutras are also about the Kru, but they are in the current context, so we will take them. So Tatra Prathamam Sutram asti Swaduminamul iti Kru ityeva dhatuhu Purvasmat Sutrat Kru iti anuvartate Khamu iti nanuvartate Namul ityasyaiva anuvrittihi asti annocha anuvritti nasti punarvidhanam kritamasti. So Swaduminamula iti Kru iti Purvasmat Sutrat anuvartate Namul iti pratyah tatra uchyate स्वादुमि इत्युक्ते स्वादु इति उपपदस्य उपस्थितौ. So what is the significance of this word swadumi? I'll talk in a minute. But before that, let's take a basic overview understanding of the sutram. So swadu तथा तत्सदृशाः केचन शब्दाः तत्सदृशाः इत्युक्ते समानार्थकाः स्वादु लवण स्वादु संपन्न लवण. These are certain examples given in the commentaries. So these three upapadas, when they are used in along with the kru dhatu, this particular sutram takes effect. सूत्रस्य अर्थमेकवारं पश्यामः. स्वादु इति शब्दः अस्ति. यद्यपि सूत्रे केवलं स्वादु इति उच्यते तथापि तत्र संपन्न लवण इत्येते भिन्नाः तत्समानार्थकाः शब्दाः स्वीक्रियन्ते. कः अर्थः अस्ति इति चेत् the word swadu over here is used to indicate tasty or something that enhances the taste. So for example, rice is completely tasteless and you say add a little bit of say sugar, spices, salt in it and you enhance the taste of that rice. Similarly, sampanna, a general meaning of the word sampanna is rich. or say wealthy. But here the context is rich in taste. So again, we are talking about taste of the food item. The food item was tasteless earlier, and now it is now becoming tasty because of addition of certain, sweet or spices and so on. Lavana, the third word. Again, the word means salt, or it is one of the rasa, salt. So, lavana rasa asti. Parantu atra asmin sandarbhe, it is used to indicate that otherwise tasteless entity, when you add a little bit of salt in it, it becomes tasty. It becomes worth eating. So, in that context, these three words are used. So, swadu, सम्पन्न लवण इत्येतेषु कश्चन एकः शब्दः पूर्वकालिकक्रियां दर्शयितुम्. So you have the rice, you want to eat it, that is the parakalika kriya. But before you eat that rice, somebody tells you that this rice is not tasty enough, and therefore, or you are cooking and you would like to enhance the taste of that rice, so you add a little bit of salt or pepper or whatever in that rice. That is the action. It is before the action of eating. So we say पूर्वकालिक क्रियां दर्शयितुं क्रूधातुना सह एतेषु कश्चन शब्दः प्रयुक्तः अस्ति. सो स्वादुं करोति इति पूर्वकालिक क्रिया, ततः ओदनं भुङ्क्ते. First he will make the odana tasty and then he will eat it. स्वादुं करोति ततः ओदनं भुङ्क्ते. अस्यां स्थितौ स्वादु इति उपपदस्य उपस्थितौ क्रू धातोः णमुल् प्रत्ययः भवति. स्वादु प्लस क्रू प्लस णमुल्. स्वादु इत्यत्र अमैवाव्ययेन इति उपपदसमासः भवति. Why? Because this is a sutram that only gives the namul pratyaya. It does not give any other pratyaya, and therefore by amaivavyayena we have a scope for samasa. Matra upapada samasaha bhavati. Upapada samasya upasthito vibhakti lopa and so on will happen. At this stage, the word swadu gets automatically converted to a makaranta form swadum. So this is a nipatanam. Upapadasya makarantatvam nipatyate. Understand, the original word swadum is dvitiya ekavachanam. While participating in the samasa, vibhakti lopa and so on happens, and then during the prakriya, the makara, extra makara comes as a nipatana, or you can say the word swadu itself is replaced by a makaranta version of that. Swadum ityatra makarantatvam nipatyate. That's what is written over here. Namul pratyah bhavati prakriyayam etesham upapadanam. All three of them, makarantatvam mantatvam nipatyate. So swadum plus kru plus further prakriya will happen. Swadum karam bhunkte. So Devadattah swadum karam bhunkte ityukte odanah asti. Ayam odanah etam odanam Devadattah prarambhe swadum karoti tadanantaram bhukte. तदनन्तरं भुङ्क्ते. So swadum karoti tadanantaram bhunkte iti swadum karam bhunkte. Swadu is an ukaranta word. It is a visheshana. It will run in all the three lingas. So odana is pullinga. So we say swaduhu. So swaduhu odanaha. If you want to have a feminine form, you will say swadvi, say rotika or whatever. Similarly, in the napumsakalinga, it will be just like madhu. So swadu annam, it will run in all the three lingas. So swadunkaram bhunkte, whichever linga it is, eventually it's going to generate the pratipadikam and it will add a makara at the end because of the sutra itself. The sutra says the swaduminamula. The sutra itself talks about swadum, which is a nipatana given in the sutra itself. So swadum karam bhunkte. एवमेव सम्पन्न इति अस्ति, तत्र सम्पन्नम् इति निपात्यते. लवण इति अस्ति, लवणम् इति निपात्यते. So we get सम्पन्नङ्कारं भुङ्क्ते, लवणङ्कारं भुङ्क्ते. So सर्वत्र अत्र नकारः अत्र अन्तिम रूपे दृश्यते. So these are exactly the three forms over here. स्वादुङ्कारं भुङ्क्ते, सम्पन्नङ्कारं भुङ्क्ते, लवणंकारं भुङ्क्ते इति अत्र त्रीणि रूपाणि अनेन सूत्रेण सिद्ध्यन्ति. भुङ्क्ते is not necessarily, you can have anything. Bhojayati, so swadum karoti tatah anyan bhojayati, makes it sweet and then feeds to somebody. So swadum karoti, sampannam karoti, lavanam karoti, and so on. So somebody is asking, is this related to the sweet taste? So this is not related to any particular rasa. It is only in related to whether that particular food item is worth eating, or it is tasty, or it is not tasty. So all that it is saying is that something that was lacking a certain rasa, certain taste, it could be madhura, it could be amla, it could be tikta, whatever, a certain food item, there is a, an expected taste for that food item, it is lacking, it is being, the taste is being provided to that food item. That's all that is the meaning over here. So swadum karoti, sampannam karoti. So sampanna itself means rich in taste. Lavana, the word itself is salty, but it's to be taken in a positive sense. Swadu, the word means sweet, but it's to be taken in positive sense. Adds certain missing factor in that taste. Iti atra ashayah asti. And obviously somebody is asking, can you write Swadum Krutva Bhungte? Yes, I'm going to talk about that in the commentary. But yes, Swadum Krutva Bhungte ityapi sadhu eva. Tatra Vasrupa Vidhina Ktva Pratyaya Gacchati. This is a Purva Kalika Kriya. So you can always say Krutva Bhungte and then add another entity on the top of it. So Swadum Krutva Bhungte and so on are also acceptable prayogas. I'm going to talk about this particular aspect that twa pratyaya is coming. Now somebody is asking, is this swadum karam prathama or dvitiya? This is neither prathama nor dvitiya. This is an avyaya. Understand this. Amma pratyanta words are all avyayas. Is pathitum prathama or dvitiya? That's nonsense. I mean, it will be prathama eventually because su pratyaya will come and it will go away. But you don't treat it that way. So swadum karam is an avyaya. Sampannam karam is an avyaya. Lavanam karam is an avyaya. Don't forget this point. Anamul pratyaya always generates avyayas. All the words that we are going to see in today's class, tomorrow's class, next week are all going to be avyayas. Now let's actually go ahead and talk a little bit of Shastra Vishaya over here. But before that, one question. So can we have other prayogas like Madhurankaram Bhungte? No, you cannot. Or maybe you can, but commentaries don't give those kind of examples. So Swadunkaram, Sampannamkaram, Lavanankaram are three specific examples given in the commentary. Now the point is, Swadumi is Artha Vidhanam. So it is not restricted to the physical word called swadu. It is related to artha. So maybe madhurankaram bhungte, tiktamkaram bhungte, and so on also possibly acceptable prayogas. A little bit research is needed whether its additional words are also allowed beyond swadu, sampanna, lavana, and all that. And when I say research, it's mainly research into the prayogas. Prayoga hasti che tadrisha prayoga avasham bhavitum arhati. Now somebody is pointing a very beautiful observation over here that, and I'm going to talk about it in details in the next slide. So the comment over here is that this is kind of an abhuta tadbhava. So abhuta tadbhava ityukte kim? Ashuklam shuklam karoti. Remember, we have discussed this while talking about Khishnuch pratyaya or Khuka and so on. Chvi pratyaya, somebody is very correctly pointing out. So there is a Chvi tadhita pratyaya that gets added when we talk about Abhuta tadbhava. So Ashuklam shuklam karoti, say Aspashtam spashtam karoti. In the same context, these examples actually fit Abhuta tadbhava very well. Aswadum swadum karoti, asampannam sampannam karoti, alavanam lavanam karoti. So this is actually a way, the primary focus of this sutram is to be able to bring or this pratyaya in abhuta tadbhava context, and I'm going to talk about it right on the next slide. But before that, or to be correct, the argument that will lead us to abhuta tadbhava is a question that Purva Pakshin asks. So Purva Pakshin asks a question over here, and in answer to that question, we will talk about abhuta tadbhava. But before that, let's understand what the question the Purva Pakshin asks. The Purva Pakshin sees this order of sutras over here, And he says that there is a khamui pratyaya on the previous step. What the Purva Paksha claims is that instead of defining a namul pratyaya over here, if you bring a khamui pratyaya, then the prakriya will actually be easier. What sense? In the sense that you do not need a manta nipatanam. Pratyaya khamuya has a khakara in it. The prayojana of khakara is to give mumagama. Remember, khishnuch, khukai, kyun. In all these cases, you get a mumagama. So adhyang karoti or adhyang karanam and so on. So you get a mumagama over there. So anyway, if you use a khamoi pratyaya, you will get a mumagama, and then you don't need an extra nipatana of adding a makara at the end. So that is the argument presented by the Purva Paksha. Atra namul pratyaya vidhanam anarthakam पूर्वसूत्रात् खमुई इति स्वीकुर्मः तथा क्रियते चेत् सरलरूपेण इष्टसिद्धिः भवति मान्तस्य निपातनस्य अपि न आवश्यकता. Katham? So you have swadu, you have kru, and you have khamui. Again, this is ama pratyaya. So samasa will happen whether it is namul or khamui. It is eventually ama. So amaivavyayena will give a samasa. And at this stage, you can convert swadu to swadum because of arurdvishadajantasya muma, which will give you a mumagama. So pratyayasya khitvat atra mumagamaha bhavati. So then you don't need an extra step of nipatana. Avoiding nipatanas is always better. You should always try to go through the rules. If the rules don't help you, then nipatana might be a choice. So atra arurdvishadajantasya mum iti nipa iti mamagamaha samyak rupena siddhyati. You do the mamagama and then swadumkaram iti samyak rupam siddhyati. So anena prakarena atra asmin sutre namul pratyayah naiva vaktavyah पूर्वसूत्रात् एव अत्र खमुइ प्रत्यये कृते सम्यक् रूपेण रूपसिद्धिः भवति इति अत्र पूर्वपक्षः. अस्य पूर्वपक्षस्य उत्तरार्थम् अस्माभिः अस्य पूर्वपक्षस्य खण्डनार्थम् अस्माभिः तत्र अभूत तद्भावस्य प्रयोगः करणीयः. वस्तुतस्तु अस्य पूर्वपक्षस्य द्वयोः प्रकारयोः खण्डनं भवितुम् अर्हति. So this purvapaksha can be brought down, shot down by two different ways. We will take the first look at the first way first, and then we will talk about the abhuta tadbhava. So अत्र प्रथमम् उत्तरं किमस्ति? खमुइ प्रत्ययेनापि इष्टरूपे सिद्धे. So first of all, Uttarapaksha does not object to this fact. Uttarapaksha agrees that khamoi pratyaya is possibly a better choice because khamoya pratyaya is anyway giving the correct form. So there is no mistake in this prakriya. But still we are going to prefer namul for some other reasons, and these reasons are enumerated over here. So khamoi pratyayena api ishtarupe siddhe namul pratyayah nochet mantam tasya nipatanam kriyate tasya dve prayojane. Prayojana dvayam asti. The second of them is related to the chvi pratyaya, which we will talk in 2 minutes. But before that, swadu shabdaha yatha maya purvamuktam trishu lingeshu tasya rupam bhavati. Swadu, swaduhu iti pullingam, swadu iti napumsakalingam, swadi iti strilingam. So swadu shabdasya strilinge swadi iti rupam tatra swadim krutva bhungte इत्यस्मिन् विग्रहे अपि स्वादुंकारः इत्येव प्रयोगः इष्यते. Just give me 1 minute. I want to confirm is that's what it's swadvim. That's what I was confused, that it's not swadi, it's swadvim, I think. So we'll come to that, but I just noticed this particular thing because swadu plus e pratyaya, normally anadesha will happen, swadvi iti rupam bhavati. So this is typing mistake over here. So swadu shabdasya strilinge swadvi iti rupam tatra swadvim krutva bhungte ityasmin vigrahe swadvi plus kru plus namul ityatrapi swadunkara iti prayogah bhavati. So if you have swadvi, you still want the final form to be swadunkara. You don't want it to be swadvinkara. Now what will happen if you do a khamoi pratyaya, then it will only do the mumagama. It cannot magically convert swadvi to swadu and therefore we would like to have a manta nipatana, because once it is nipatana, all bets are off. You can always say swadvi gets converted to swadum, swadu gets converted to swadum. Once it is a forced nipatana, all words can be converted to whichever form you want. So swadvi plus kru plus णमुल इत्यत्रापि स्वादुंकार इत्येव प्रयोगः इष्यते. यदि अत्र खमुइ प्रत्ययः भवेत् तर्हि तत्र प्रारंभे ह्रस्वादेशः भवति कालिमन्यः. रिमेम्बर दैट एग्जांपल, दीर्घ ई becomes ह्रस्व ई कालिमन्य. सो इन द सेम वे ह्रस्वादेशः भवेत्, तदनन्तरं मुमागमः भवेत्, तदनन्तरं स्वाद्विङ्कारम् इति अनिष्टं रूपं भवेत्. तद्बाधनार्थं णमुल् प्रत्ययं कृत्वा मान्तस्य निपातनम् अपि क्रियते. Give me 1 minute. I am still, to be very honest, I am confused right now whether this is Swadvi or whether this is Swadi. But you keep that point aside, whether it is Swadvi or whether it is Swadi. Eventually, you don't get the final form. You won't get Swadunkaram Bhungte. So, in order to get the Swadunkaram Bhungte as a correct form, all that you need is a Manta Nipatana. So tatha mantasya nipatanam atra ishyate. So if you want to use this word in the feminine form, still the form that you need is swadunkaram bhungte, and therefore mantam nipatanam is the only possible way. This is one answer. This is one reason why the namul pratyaya or the mantam nipatanam is given. The second reason is यत्र स्वादु शब्दः अभूत तद्भावस्य निर्देशेन वाक्ये प्रयुज्यते. So अस्वादुं स्वादुं करोति ततः भुङ्क्ते. If you explicitly use an abhuta tadbhava, then also you would like to have the final form as svadunkara, and having a khamui pratyay over there will cause a problem in that prakriya. So atra asvaduh svaduh sampadyate. अस्वादु स्वादु संपद्यते ततः करोति, अस्वादु स्वादु संपद्यते तत् करोति, ततः ओदनं भुङ्क्ते. So अस्वादु स्वादु संपद्यते. Remember, when you write chvi pratyay, this is something that almost always gets forgotten. But whenever you write chvi pratyaya, you should always use this particular verb sampadyate, because in the Tadhita Prakaranam, the sutram that gives the chvi pratyaya is abhuta tadbhave krubhu asti yoge sampadya kartari chvihi. So there is an explicit mention of sampadya kartari in that sutram. Later on, please try to go and see this sutram in the sutra patha. I'll just point for a minute over here. Abhuta tadbhave krubhu asti yoge sampadya kartari chvihi. अनेन सूत्रेण च्वी इति प्रत्ययः भवति. तत्र सूत्रस्य कः अर्थः? अभूतपूर्वस्य विकारस्य सम्पादनं क्रियते. So everywhere you have to forcefully use the word sampadyate or the relevant lakara, and you have to further add the vritti. So ashuklaha shuklaha sampadyate devadattah tam karoti. In the same spirit we write अस्वादुः स्वादुः संपद्यते देवदत्तः तत् करोति ततः देवदत्तः ओदनं भुङ्क्ते. So अस्यां स्थितौ स्वादु प्लस च्वी प्रत्यय क्रू धातु and namul iti pratyaya. Chvi pratyaya will go away, it is sarvapahari pratyaya. Cha will go away, vera pruktasya ityanena वकारस्य अपृक्त वकारस्यापि लोपः भवति, किमपि नावशिष्यते, and so on. So स्वादु plus क्रू plus इत्यत्र किं भवति? Understand this प्रक्रिया. च्वौ च इति एकं सूत्रम् अङ्गाधिकारे विद्यते. अनेन सूत्रेण अजन्तस्य अङ्गस्य दीर्घादेशः प्राप्नोति. So स्वादु at this stage over here, because of the chvi pratyaya, the ajanta anga will be forced to become dirgha by the sutram chvaucha. If there was a khamoi pratyaya, that would not just shout and it will make it dirgha. What you instead want is makaranta nipatanam. So atra chvaucha iti ajantasya angasya dirghe prapte anena sutreణ makarantatvam nipatyate. Once makarantatvam is available, you have the final form swadunkaram bhunte. So atra khamui pratyayah ta khit asti तस्य उपस्थितौ अपि दीर्घः एव भवति किमर्थं तत्र मुमागमस्य प्रसक्तिः नास्ति. The mumagama is only for anavyaya, non-avyayas. So khityanavyayasya sutram is only applicable for anavyaya. This particular word over here is avyaya samyaka, the chvi pratyant word. As soon as you add chvi pratyaya over there, this becomes avyaya. Uryadichadachascha ityanena avyaya samnya bhavati. Avyaya samnyayam satyam atra mumagamasya prasaktihi nasti. So khamui pratyaya cannot cause an mumagama. Therefore, it cannot block the dirghatva which was mandated by chvaucha. And therefore, if you add a khamui pratyaya, you will get a wrong form. You want a right form, you want a form with makara, the only solution is to give the makaranta nipatana. All this was thought well or properly by Panini, and then he wrote Swadumira Mula. So understand the thinking that has gone behind the construction of a single sutram. So atra chvi pratyasya upasthitau api makarantattvameva ishrate swadunkaram ityeva rupam tatra ishrate ataha atra सर्वत्र मकारान्तत्वं निपात्यते नमुल इति प्रत्ययः च तत्र उच्यते. So somebody pointed out 4145 voto gunavachana. So I was aware of that, but what I was not sure was voto gunavachanat. What is the sutra number? 4144. So it's, I think, optional if I recollect right. Vangish pratyaya bhavati, right? So it is either patvi or it is patuhu, mrudvi or mruduhu. So it will be swadvi or swaduhu. So that actually was confusing in my mind. I was recollecting it faint that it was optional, but I was not sure whether the pratyaya was optional or yanadesha was optional. Sorry. So anyway, so coming back to the point, somebody just did a research in Kalpadruma, Apte, and so on. And the correct word is Swadvi, which I was earlier mentioning. So this is definitely a typing mistake, Swadvi over here. And that is optional. So you can either keep it Swadu or you can keep it, make it Swadvi. So I'll fix these 2-3 occurrences over here. I'll add a Vakara over there and fix them. Anyway, I mean, that was a side track. That was not a primary point. Whether it is Swadvi or whether it is Swadi, eventually the form would be wrong. We would need a correct form. So Makaranta Nipatanam was necessary. Similarly, over here, for the Chvi Pratyaya also, the Makaranta Nipatanam was necessary. So let's quickly go through the commentary and move ahead. We have so many sutras to cover. Samana Kartrukayoho Purvakale Kriyaha iti sarvam anuvartate. Swadumi iti arthagrahanam, so that is swadu and lavana and sampanna and so on. Swadu artheshu upapadeshu kruyaha namul pratyaya bhavati. Swadunkaram bhungte, sammannankaram bhungte, lavanankaram bhungte. Swadumi iti atra makaranta nipatanam ikar abhavartham. Shvyantasya api makarartham dirgha bhavartham cha. So whatever we discussed in last 20 minutes, he just wraps it in one line. ईकार अभावार्थम, दिस इज फॉर द स्त्री प्रत्यय. ईकारः तत्र न भवेत्, स्वाद्वी तादृशः न भवेत्. अपि श्वी प्रत्ययस्य विषये अपि सम्यक् रूपेण प्रक्रिया भवेत्, तत्र दीर्घः न भवेत्. I have explained all this on the previous slide. Aswadvim swadvim krutva bhungte swadunkaram bhungte. He combines the both examples, the example of the stri pratyaya and the example of chvyartho. He combines them in a single line and say aswadvim swadvim krutva bhungte swadunkaram bhungte. Vasarupena ktva api bhavati, as somebody was mentioning earlier. Swadum krutva bhungte iti api sadhu eva asti, tatra ktva pratyaya avashyam bhavati. तुमर्थाधिकारात एते सर्वे भावे प्रत्ययः, just reminds us. And then he asks something which is a little bit tangential. We have talked about it earlier, but let me reference it, mention it once again. Yadi evam, so he says, यदि भावे प्रत्ययाः सन्ति तर्हि देवदत्तः स्वादुंकारं भुङ्क्ते इत्यत्र देवदत्तः इति शब्दः प्रथमायां कथम आगच्छति? Because when you use a bhave pratyaya, the karta will go in tritiya. Ramena lekhaniyam. So karta will go in tritiya. So he says, if these pratyayas are in the bhave sense, how is the karta coming in the prathama? I have explained the answer to this in the previous class also, that Devadatta is being taken as the karta of the main kriya over here, bhunkte, and not of the gauna kriya, swadunkaram. So you have two kriyas. Devadatta swadunkaram bhunkte means Devadatta makes something tasty and then eats it. Even though the person who is making that tasty thing and eating it, both of them are the same person, Devadatta, in the sentence Devadattaha swadunkaram bhunkte, Devadatta is the karta taken for the bhunkte kriya, which is the primary kriya, the pradhana kriya, and therefore tingantena abhitatvat tasya pratipadikaarthalinga parimana matre prathama iti prathama bhavati. So he says that's exactly the same thing explained over here. Yadi evam swadunkaram bhunkte devadattaha iti णमुला कर्तुभिः अनहितत्वात्. Bhava will not indicate the karta. So namula kartubhi anahitatva, an kartuhu anabhihitatvat, na abhihitatvat, kartari kasmat tritiyana bhavati, like ramena lekhaniyam. So he says bhuje pratyena abhihitaha karta. We are talking about the main kriya, and that main kriya bhunkte indicates the karta. So we have no choice but to only use prathama for devadatta. And then he reminds us that in this particular section of samana kartrukayoho purvakale, we don't worry about the shakti shaktimat bheda. Remember, I spent significant amount of time while discussing twa to explain this point, that shakti, so there are two views. Who is the karta? देवदत्तः पचति इत्यत्र देवदत्तः कर्ता अस्ति, नो चेत् पचन क्रिया विशिष्टा शक्ति या देवदत्ते आगच्छति देवदत्तात् निर्गच्छति सा कर्तृरूपेण तत्र स्वीक्रियते. तत्र वैयाकरणेषु भेदाः सन्ति, मतभेदाः सन्ति, परन्तु अत्र अस्मिन् सन्दर्भे एतादृशाः भेदाः अस्माभिः अन्यत्र स्थापनीयाः, तेषां चिन्तनं न करणीयम्. अतः अत्र शक्तिः तथा शक्तिमान् एतयोः मध्ये कोऽपि भेदः नास्ति इत्युक्ते स्वादुंकारम इत्यस्य कर्ता भुङ्क्ते इत्यस्य कर्ता समानः एव इति अत्र चिन्तनीयम्. सो न च अस्मिन् प्रकरणे शक्ति शक्तिमतोः भेदः विवक्षते. सो बोथ ऑफ देम हैव द सेम कर्ता. समान कर्तृत्वं हि न विरुध्यते. न विल कम रिपीटेड. समान कर्तृत्व नहीं, समान कर्तृत्वं विरुध्यते. और प्रधान शक्ति अभिधाने गुण शक्ति ही अभिहितवत् प्रकाशते. Guna Shakti means Gauna Kriya. Pradhana Shakti means Pradhana Kriya. So the Pradhana Kriya will also include the effect for the Gauna Kriya, or basically when the Pradhana Kriya gets expressed by that Karta, the same Karta will be applicable for Gauna Kriya also. So Pradhana Shakti Abhidhane va Guna Shakti Abhihitavat Prakashate. So somebody asking tumarthadhikaracha ete sarve bhave pratyaya, what kind of adhikara is this? So this is not an adhikara. Tumarthadhikarat ityasya kevalam ayameva arthaha. Ayam pratyayah yatha tumun pratyayah bhave prayujyate tatha ayamapi pratyayah bhave prayujyate. So in this particular section, we are starting with all the pratyayas for that are being taught in the bhave sense. So just like tumun, these are also used in the bhave sense. There is no tumarthadhikar or anything. If you see, there is basically, he says that this particular sheet starts with tumun, tumun, and so on. So in this particular sheet, we are discussing all the pratyayas in the bhave sense, starting with the tumun pratyaya. That's the only meaning over here. There is no adhikar to be taken over here. Kaumudim Pashramaha, we are significantly running out, late, but let's take this. Swadu artheshu, swadu artheshu kruyah namul syat, ek kartrukayoho purvakale, purvapadasya mantatvam nipatyate. He just clubs everything. Swadu artheshu kruyah namul syat, ek kartrukayoho purvakale, purvapadasya mantatvam nipatyate. Aswadum swadum krutva bhunkte swadunkaram bhunkte sampannankaram lavanankaram. So he says sampanna tatha lavana shabdau swadu paryayau. So whether tikta, amla, katu, madhura, can these words come? Probably not, because commentaries don't talk about it. Explicitly they talk about sampanna and lavana. Sampanna lavana shabdau swadu paryayau vasarupeణ ktva api swadum krutva bhunkte iti api atra samichinam rupam. Okay, there are a few questions, but I'm going to keep them aside because otherwise we'll end up in the whole class with this single sutram. So agre gachamaha. The sutras after this are actually easy. This was the only one with a little bit of shastra discussion. So swadumi namula iti sutram idanim asmabhi drushtam. Agre gachamaha. The next two sutras share a common theme. So I'll talk about that theme and then we will talk about the sutras. Sutras are extremely easy. All the sutras in the next section, till chele knope are extremely easy. So agrimam sutram anyathaivam kathamitham susiddha prayogashet yatha tathayoho asuya prativachane iti सूत्रद्वयमस्ति उभयत्र क्रू इति धातोः प्रयोगः क्रियते. So eventually you know that the final word will sound like karam because it is crew. Like you have swadum karam, you will have some karam over here. So अन्यथैव कथमित्थं सुसिद्धा प्रयोगश्चेत् यथा तथयोरसूया प्रतिवचने इति सूत्रद्वयम्. इत्यत्र उभयत्र मुख्यः शब्दः अस्ति सिद्धा प्रयोगः. So if we understand this word siddha prayoga, the rest meaning is going to flow. It's going to flow very easily. Is going to be very crystal clear. So तत्र प्रारभामहे प्रथमं सूत्रम् अन्यथैवं कथमित्थं सुसिद्धा प्रयोगश्चेत् अनेन सूत्रेण चतुर्णां शब्दानां विधानं क्रियते. Four words are given in this sutram. Which four words? You know now all of them will end in kara. So you have anyatha karam. Understand this. It's ma at the end. It is avyaya, not prathama or dvitiya. It is avyaya. Anyatha karam, evankaram, kathankaram, and ithankaram. Exactly what this first word is made up of. Anyatha, evam, katham, and itham su. So saptami bahuvachanam asti. Anyatha, evam, katham, itham su. तत्र एतेषां सर्वेषां विषये कारं 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 कारम इति शब्दाः सिद्ध्यन्ति. अन्यथा कारम essentially means same as anyatha, otherwise. Evankaram essentially exactly means the same as evam. Kathankaram exactly means the same as katham. Ithankaram exactly means same as itham. So etesham chaturnam shabdanam siddhyartham idam sutram prarabhate. Ke chatvarah shabdaha anyatha evankaram. So anyatha precisely means anyatha, evankaram means evam, kathankaram means katham. So ramah katham asti, tasya sthane ramah kathankaram asti iti vaktum shakyate. Ithankaram again means same as itham. So essentially, if you look at these forms, anyatha exactly means the same as anyatha karam. This is actually something weird. I mean, if you say kumbha and kumbhakara, kumbha doesn't mean kumbhakara. Kumbha is different and kumbhakara is different. Or say, for example, panka and pankaja. Panka is different and pankaja is different. So essentially, krut pratyasya yojanena artha parivartanam bhavati tadeva prayojanam krut pratyasya tatra asti. The vritti means what? The meaning is going to change. Bhinnaha arthaha tatra pratiyate. That is the whole point of adding the krut pratyaya. But what happens over here is this kru plus namula, that is karam, is kind of a null and void addition which is being happening over here. Anyatha, if you add this karam over here, the meaning absolutely does not change. Anyatha itself means anyatha karam. Evam itself means evam karam. And mind well, the Panini has not created these words. These words are already there in the language, and therefore these words are being just justified over here. So bhashayam anyatha karam iti shabdaha anyatha etat sadrusham prayujyate. So somebody is asking, is there a mumagama over here? There is no makaranta nipatana or there is no mumagama. This is anyatha plus karam, anyatha karam. This is not a khamui pratyaya. No manta nipatanam is happening. So it is anyatha plus karam, anyatha karam, which means anyatha. Evam plus karam, evankaram. So ma is there in the original upapada. These are all avyayas, right? So ma will not go away anywhere. So evankaram, kathankaram, ithankaram. So what is happening is that in all these four words, the word karam is used as a null and void addition just because prayogas are like that and you have to justify them. Many times, for example, even in the language, instead of saying astu, sometimes we say astu nama. It's a style of speaking. Now, astu nama, the nama part of that doesn't really mean anything in that particular context. In English also, or even in your other local languages also, you can find ample such examples where a useless addition is, appended at the end of a word or at the end of a sentence. Mostly, for example, anytime you want to iterate something, a story, or narrate something in English, more often than not, we will start the sentence with so. So I went to the store. Now that so word in the beginning doesn't have any sense, any meaning over there, but that's how the language is. So in the same way, anyatha karam, the word karam is used purely as a verbatim sequence of letters without worrying or without bringing in the meaning of this particular word. So karam ityatra kru dhatuh swartham tyaktva prayujyate. Asyam sthitau atra siddha अप्रयोगः चेत इत्यनेन तस्य अस्मिन् सूत्रे निर्देशः कृतः अस्ति. So kru dhatu plus namul, that form is used over here, but the meaning of kru dhatu is not brought in. So we say क्रू धातुः स्वार्थं त्यक्त्वा प्रयुज्यते, तत्र नमुल प्रत्ययः उपपदस्यैव अर्थे विधीयते. So अन्यथा plus क्रू plus namul, typing mistake, that's what I think somebody was pointing over here. Anyatha karam means the same as anyatha. Anyatha karam bhungte, anyatha bhungte. Evam bhungte, evam karam bhungte. Kathankaram bhungte, same as katham bhungte. Ithankaram bhungte, same as itham bhungte. So these are the four words for which this particular sutram is created. Kruyaha ityeva अन्यथादिषु उपपदेषु क्रुयः णमुल प्रत्ययः भवति सिद्ध अप्रयोगश्चेत् करोतेः भवति. कः अर्थः अस्य वाक्यस्य? सो कथं पुनरसौ सिद्ध प्रयोग? व्हाट डज इट मीन? निरर्थकत्वात् न प्रयोगम अर्हति एवमेव प्रयुज्यते. It does not bring its meaning, therefore nirarthakatvat, the meaning of kru dhatu is not brought in. A physical sequence of characters k plus a plus r, it's as if such set of characters are coming in over there. Evameva prayujyate. And then he explains this. If you take the sentence anyatha bhungte, whatever is the meaning of the sentence anyatha bhungte, that is exactly the meaning of the statement anyatha karam bhungte. Anyatha bhungte iti yavan arthaha तावान एव अन्यथा कारं भुङ्क्ते इति अर्थः गम्यते. अन्यथा कारं भुङ्क्ते, एवं कारं भुङ्क्ते, कथं कारं भुङ्क्ते, इत्थं कारं भुङ्क्ते इति अत्र उदाहरणानि. And then he says this particular siddha aprayoga is very important point over here. Why? Because if kru dhatu actually brings its own meaning, then you cannot use this sentence. The siddha prayogaschet clause requires you that kru dhatu, the kara word, is brought in only as a matter of syntax by keeping its meaning aside. So if the kru dhatu is going to bring its meaning along with it, then this sutram cannot be used. So siddha prayogaha iti kim? Anyatha shiraha krutva bhungte. So he makes his, shira, the head, at some other place, looks away from the crowd and eats. So anyatha shiraha krutva bhungte. Shiraha bhungte iti anvayah nasti. Anyatha shiraha krutva bhungte. So he moves his head, turns away from someone and eats. So in that particular context, anyatha krutva, atra kru dhatoho arthaha asti. So the movement is happening and kru dhatu is bringing that meaning. So tatra asya sutrasya prayogaha nasti na bhavati tva pratyam krutva अन्यथा कृत्वा शिरो भुङ्क्ते इति प्रयोगः सिद्ध्यति. कौमुदीं पश्यामः. एषु इत्युक्ते एते सर्वे, एतानि सर्वाणि उपपदानि सन्ति, एतेषां विषये अत्र विधानम्. एषु क्रुयः णमुल् स्यात् siddhaha, this is a font issue, siddhaha aprayogaha asya evam bhutaschet kruya vyarthatvat prayoganarhaha ityarthaha. All should be clear. Anyatha evankaram, kathankaram, ithankaram, same as itham bhungte. So itham bhungte ityarthaha. Siddha iti kim? Shiraha anyatha krutva bhungte. Same examples have been taken in Kaumudi also. So anena prakarena etesham chaturणां शब्दानां सिद्ध्यर्थम अत्र idam sutram rachitam asti. Agre gacchamaha. Too many sutras to cover today. The next sutram is exactly on the same lines, yathakaram and tathakaram. So just like the way on the previous sutram we had anyathakaram, ithankaram and so on, atra asmin sutre api अनेनैव प्रकारेण शब्दद्वयं सिद्ध्यति. यथाकारम essentially means yatha, tathakaram essentially means tatha. So kruyah siddh aprayoge iti vartate. तर्हि भिन्नं सूत्रं किमर्थं रचितम् इति चेत् तत्र कश्चन अन्यः क्लॉज, अन्यः सन्दर्भः अपि अस्ति. यथा तथयोः असूया प्रतिवचने. When somebody asks you a question and you reply back in anger, in a style of insult, in a style of hatred, that is the context where the word yatha can be replaced with yathakaram and the word tatha can be replaced with tathakaram. So yatha tatha etayoho upapadayoho upasthitau yatra kru dhatuhu Swartham tyaktva prayujyate. Same things from the previous slide, but the additional context. Otherwise, you could have combined the two sutras, isn't it? Yatra krodhaha nochit ninda iti arthaha dhvanyate. Somebody is asking you a question and you reply back in anger, in hate, in insult, in like showing, pointing fingers or something. तत्र णमुल प्रत्ययः उपपदस्यैव अर्थे प्रयुज्यते. सो यथाकारम इत्यस्य यथा इत्यस्मिन्नेव अर्थे प्रयोगः, तथाकारम इत्यस्य तथा इत्यस्मिन् अर्थे एव प्रयोगः. सो यथा प्लस क्रू प्लस णमुल यथाकारम, तथा प्लस क्रू प्लस णमुल तथाकारम. एग्जाम्पल, यथाकारम अहम खादामि तथाकारम अहम किम तवानेन. So somebody say asks you, oh, how are you eating? Is this even a manner of eating? Are you eating in a proper right style manner and so on? And you shout at him, or in an angry tone you reply, go and mind your own business. I am eating the way I want to eat. Who are you to ask me? So yathakaram aham khadami tathakaram aham kim davanena. इत्यत्र असूयायाः प्रतीतिः अतः अत्र अयं प्रयोगः संगच्छते. सो व्याख्यानमपि पश्यामः. अयमपि बिन्दु व्याख्याने लिखितः अस्ति. क्रियः सिद्धा प्रयोगे इति वर्तते. यथा तथा शब्दयोः उपपदयोः क्रियः णमुल् प्रत्ययः भवति असूया प्रतिवचने गम्यमाने. This next sentence, let's read it slowly because a little bit of rearrangement is needed for understanding the अन्वय. यदि असूयन् पृच्छति प्रतिवक्ति तत्र प्रतिवचनं यथाकारमहं भोक्ष्ये तथाकारमहं किं तवानेन. So somebody who is being asked and he replies in anger. So understand the anvaya. Yadi pruchhati, this is shatru pratyanta saptami ekvachan. When being asked, yadi pruchhati prativakti, this is a tinganta, replies back. Pruchhati sati kashana devadattaha prativakti. When asked, Devadatta replies. What does he reply? Prativachanam. So prativachanam, prativakti. Kaha prativakti? Devadattaha pruchhati sati. Prativachanam prativakti. Katham prativakti? Asuyan prativakti. So asuyan devadattaha pruchhati sati. So he is angry that he has been asked, interrogated, and he replies in anger. यथाकारमहं भोक्षे तथाकारमहं किं तवानेन. I'll eat the way I want to eat. Go and mind your own business. यथाकारमहं भोक्षे तथाकारमहं किं तवानेन इति अत्र यथाकार तथाकार इत्येतयोः शब्दयोः प्रयोगः कृतः दृश्यते. असूया प्रतिवचने इति किम्? So if these words are not to be used to indicate hate or jealousy or anger or ninda and so on, if you're actually telling a fact, like for example, if you're teaching a kid, a child, see how I am eating and you eat like that, holding spoon or putting food in spoon and so on. So in this particular case, you're actually demonstrating a fact. So that way you cannot use this particular yathakaram or tathakaram phrase, because there is no asuya, there is no krodha, there is no ninda that is being evident over here. So asuya prativachane iti kim? Yatha krutva aham bhokshye tatha tvam drakshasi. The way I am eating, you will see that. यथा कृत्वा अहम भोक्ष्ये तथा त्वं द्रक्ष्यसि. Somebody is asking what is this असूयन प्रतिवक्ति? असूयन इति शत्रु प्रत्यांत प्रथमा एक वचनम अस्ति. असूयति कण्वादिभ्यो यक इत्यत्र उक्ते कण्वादिगणे असूय इति शब्दः अस्ति. यक् असु इति शब्दः अस्ति. यक् प्रत्यये कृते असूय इति सनाद्यन्ता धातवः इति धातु संज्ञा. असूयति इति तत्र रूपं भवति. असूयन् इति देवदत्तस्य विशेषणं. देवदत्तः असूयन् प्रतिवक्ति इति तत्र अन्वयः. And then siddha prayoge ityeva. So same context. What is siddha prayoge? Remember, the kru dhatu has to forget its meaning and it's just come over there simply as verbatim ka plus a plus r plus a plus ma karam. So that just should come as a syntax without its meaning. So that is also the context carried from the previous sutram. Yatha krutva shiraha bhokshe kim tavanena. So even if you have an anger, even if there is an indication of asuya, still if the kru word brings in meaning, like I will make face wherever you want and then I will eat, who are you to ask me? So doing face somewhere before eating, that is actually an action that involves the meaning of kru dhatu in the sentence. So asyam sthitau atra सिद्धा प्रयोगे इत्यस्य सन्दर्भः नास्ति, क्रू धातोः अर्थः तत्र प्रयुज्यते. अतः अस्यां स्थितौ अस्य सूत्रस्य प्रयोगः न भवति. अतः सिद्धा प्रयोगे इत्येव इति उक्त्वा इदं प्रत्युदाहरणम् अत्र दत्तमस्ति. कौमुद्यामपि एतदेव सर्वं संक्षेपरूपेण लिखितं. क्रुयः सिद्धा प्रयोग इत्येव असूयया प्रतिवचने यथा कामहं भोक्ष्ये यथाकार टाइपिंग मिस्टेक यथाकारमहं भोक्ष्ये तथाकारं भोक्ष्ये किं तवानेन इति सेम एग्जांपल तदेव उदाहरणम् अत्रापि उल्लिखितम् अस्ति. So there are a few comments over here, but yeah, I'll keep them aside because we have many more sutras to cover. No questions, just a few comments that I'll just keep aside. So अत्र अनेन प्रकारेण द्वयोः सूत्रयोः एतादृशम् अध्ययनं कृतं. So it's essentially these two sutras where this siddha prayoga kru dhatu, keeping its meaning aside and just coming as it is, that particular part is needed. Total of 6 words: anyatakaram, evankaram, kathankaram, itthankaram. These 4 words in the previous sutram, and yathakaram, tathakaram in special context of asuya in the next sutram. Agre gachamah. The sutras, we have like 5 more sutras. Karmani drushvido sakalye, yavati vindajivoho charmodarayoh pure, and 2 more, but simple sutras actually. So agre gachamah. Karmani drushvidoho sakalye iti agrimam sutram. Yatra kinchana karma padam upapadarupena vidyate. Examples are actually very specific, but let's look at what is written on the slide. Kinchana karma padam upapadarupena vidyate. So for example, let's take this example. Devadattaha kanyam pashyati. Devadatta looks at a girl. Or bahuvachanam kanyaha pashyati, looks at many girls. So here drusha iti dhatu, asya dhatoho upapadam kanya iti karmani upapadam asti. So that's the karma over here. So karmani upapadam asti. So kinchana karma padam upapadarupena vidyate. तथा च, this component is important, तस्य विषये जायमाना क्रिया सकल रूपेण संपूर्ण रूपेण साकल्येन सिद्ध्यति. So there are actually two actions over here. The first action is the drusha action, and the second action can be something else. The sutram fixes the first action, forces us to have the first action, which is either to see drusha dhatu or vida dhatu. So to know, for example. So this is the first action. First in the sense, not the Purva Kala and Uttara Kala, but the first action out of the two actions that are almost taken at the same, done at the same time. So अत्र पश्यामः, उदाहरणं पश्यामः तर्हि एतत् स्पष्टं स्यात्. देवदत्तः याः कन्याः पश्यति, whatever girls Devadatta sees, taha sakalyena vrunoti, he marries all of them. What kind of chap he was, we don't know. But Devadattaha yaha kanyaha pashyati, taha sakalyena vrunoti. So vrunoti iti atra dvitiya kriya, tasyaha sandarbhaha prathama kriyaya asti taya sah sakalyena bhavati. Whatever he sees, he will marry them. So that is the meaning of this word sakalye, sampurna rupena. Whatever he sees, drushadhatuna yat yat kimapi karma, drushadhatoho yat yat kim karma asti, tasya sampurna rupena dvitiyaya kriyaya sah anvayah. Devadattaha yaha kanyaha pashyati, taha sakalyena vrunoti. This is a particular context in which the drusha dhatu will get an amul pratyaya along with the given upapadam kanya over here. So Devadattaha kanya darsham vrunoti. Drusha plus namul darsham iti bhavet. Again, not prathama or dvitiya. This is an avyaya. Devadattaha kanya darsham vrunoti. Upapada samasaha bhavati amaivavyayena. Devadattaha kanya darsham vrunoti iti atra siddhyati. Second example is actually better. It's for the vida dhatu. So Devadattaha yan brahmanan veti, whatever brahmanas he knows, sarvan sakalyena bhojayati, he feeds all of them. So it is not like he sees a brahmin and then he feeds it. It's not like that. Both the actions are to be considered done at the same time. This is purva kala parakala, that relationship is not there. So yan janati tan sarvan bhojayati iti arthah asti, yada pashyati tadaiva vrunoti iti arthah asti. So devadattaha yan brahmanan veti sarvan sakalyena bhojayati. Devadattaha brahmana vedam punarikvaram vida iti dhatu vidajnane. All the three sakarmaka vida dhatus are allowed. So if you go to dhatu patha, there are like 4 vida dhatus except for various gana. So if you keep this 10th gana aside, you have 4 vida dhatus: vida jnane, vida sattayam, vida labhe, vida vicharane. One of this vida sattayam is akarmaka, so you can keep it aside because you have karmani drishvido sakalye. But you can have vida jnane or vida labhe or vida vicharane. So trayah api sakarmakaha dhatavaha atra svikriyante. So somebody is asking, is the meaning of the word sakalya? What is exact meaning of the word sakalyam? Sampurna rupena, all of them iti atra arthaha svikartum shakyate. So whatever girls he sees, all of them he will marry. Whatever Brahmins he knows, all of them he will feed. Yan brahmanan veti sarvan sakalyena bhojayati. व्याख्यानं पश्यामः. कर्मणि उपपदे साकल्य विशिष्टे अर्थे. There is actually little bit discussion on this sakalya vishishte arthe in Tattvabodhini also, or I think Nyasa, one of those commentaries, but we will not go in those details. But sakalya vishishte arthe drishvidoho dhatvoho namul pratyaya bhavati kanya darsham varyati yaha yaha kanyaha pashyati taha taha varyati iti arthaha. I've explained everything. ब्राह्मण भोजम ब्राह्मण वेदम भोजयति यम यम ब्राह्मणम जानाति लभते विचारयति. So he gives all the 3 dhatus. So janati, that's the vidajnane. with labhe and with vicharane. All these three sakarmaka dhatus are included. So yaha yam yam brahmanam janati labhate vicharayati tan sarvan bhojayati iti artha. साकल्ये इति किं? सो सकलस्य भावः साकल्यं, साकल्ये इति किं? ब्राह्मणं दृष्ट्वा भोजयति. If he sees a Brahmin, calls him and feeds him, that's not the context over here. So ब्राह्मणं दृष्ट्वा भोजयति. अत्र तु अनेन सूत्रेण नमुल् प्रत्ययः न भवति. दृष्ट्वा क्त्वा प्रत्ययेनैव अत्र. There is a पूर्वकाल क्रिया, isn't it? First he sees and then he feeds. So clearly there is a पूर्वकाल क्रिया. समानकर्तृकयोः पूर्वकाले इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. दृष्ट्वा इति शब्दः तत्र संगच्छते. परन्तु यान् सर्वान् जानाति तान् भोजयति इत्यत्र णमुल् इति प्रत्ययः अनेन सूत्रेण भवति. अत्र पूर्वकालः इति सन्दर्भः नास्ति. अतः अत्र क्त्वा प्रत्ययस्यापि तादृशी प्रसक्तिः न विद्यते. So these are the examples. ब्राह्मण वेदं भोजयति, कन्यादर्शं वरयति, and so on. अग्रे गच्छामः. So I think 4 more sutras remaining. We are done with कर्मणि दृशविदोः साकल्ये यावति विन्दजीवोः. Simple sutras, actually very simple. यावति विन्दजीवोः विद इति धातुः. तत्र पूर्वस्मिन् सूत्रे तु विद इति त्रयः विदधातवः आसन्. इदानीं विशिष्टस्य विदधातोः एव अत्र प्रयोगः. विद लाभे इति धातुः. विद लाभे तुदादिगणस्य धातु विन्दति इति अर्थः. विन्द is a reference directly given over here. So विन्दति विद लाभे इति धातुः. अस्य धातोः विषये तथा च जीव to remain alive, to breathe and so on. अस्य धातोः विषये इदं सूत्रं प्रवर्तते. So यावत् इति उपपदस्य उपस्थितौ, टाइपिंग मिस्टेक, विद लाभे तथा जीव प्राण धारणे इत्येताभ्यां णमुल् प्रत्ययः भवति. वेरी सिंपल. यावत् विन्दति तावद् भुङ्क्ते. विन्दति इत्युक्ते लभते. वॉट एवर ही गेट्स ही ईट्स. सो यावत् विन्दति तावद् भुङ्क्ते. तत्र यावद् वेदं भुङ्क्ते इति प्रयोगः भवति. यावत् इति उपपदं, विद इति धातुः, णमुल् इति प्रत्ययः. यू कंबाइन देम. यावद् वेदं भुङ्क्ते. Not prathama or dvitiya ekvachanam. This is avyaya. णमुल् णम् अम् इति आगच्छति. यावद् वेदं भुङ्क्ते. In the same way, यावत् जीवति तावत् अधीते. Technically all of us should fall in this category. यावत् जीवति तावत् अधीते. यावत् जीवम् अधीते. Till the time he is breathing his last breath, he will continue to study. यावत् जीवति तावत् अधीते. यावत् जीव प्लस णमुल् यावत् जीवम् अधीते इति अत्र प्रयोगः भवति. अत्रापि पूर्वकालः परकालः इति नास्ति. because he is studying, after that also he is going to live. So when he eats something, after that also he is going to get and he will continue to eat. So अत्रापि पूर्वकाल इति विषयः नास्ति. विशिष्टे सन्दर्भे अत्र णमुल् प्रत्ययः उक्तः अस्ति. So यावत् शब्दे उपपदे विन्दतेः जीवतेः च णमुल् प्रत्ययः भवति. Somebody is saying यावत् जीवम् अग्निहोत्रं जुहोति is a famous line in the Rigveda. So यावत् जीवं, very nice example. यावत् जीवम् अग्निहोत्रं जुहोति इति अपि अन्यत् उदाहरणम्. So यावत् वेदं भुङ्क्ते, या font issue, यावत् वेदं भुङ्क्ते यावत् लभते तावत् भुङ्क्ते इति आशयः. यावत् जीवम् अधीते यावत् जीवति तावत् अधीते इति आशयः. So यावत् over here can mean as much as or till the time. Either of way you can take the meaning. So till the time he lives or he is alive, he will keep on studying. So as much as he gets, he eats everything. Whatever you provide him, he will eat all that. So either way the meaning can be taken based on the context. यावद् वेदं भुङ्क्ते यावल् लभते तावदित्यर्थः यावत् जीवम् अधीते. Saralameva sutram. So all these next sutras are very peculiar, specific contexts are there. Very simple sutras actually. So yavati vinda jivoho agrimam sutram charmodarayoho purehe. Again very simple. Charmodarayoho purehe iti sutre charman सो चर्म चर्मन् इति नकारान्तं प्रातिपदिकं तथा उदर इत्येतयोः कर्मपदयोः उपस्थितौ पूरि आप्यायने अस्मात् धातोः णमुल् प्रत्ययः भवति. सो पूरि, लेट्स टेक अ लुक एट दिस धातु पूरि आप्यायने दिवादिगणस्य धातुः अस्ति टू फिल टू कंप्लीट टू फुलफिल इति अर्थः. पूरि आप्यायने पूर्णं करोति इति आशयः. पूरि आप्यायने दिवादिगणस्य धातुः अस्मा ओ दिस इज चुरादिगणस्य बिकॉज ण्यन्त इति अत्र प्रयोगे तु नी इति दृश्यते. सो ण्यन्तस्य ग्रहणम् अस्ति. क्षम्यतां दशमगणस्य मीनिंग इज एक्चुअली सेम पूरि आप्यायने to complete, to fulfill, and so on. But the prayogas require an yanta form. So atra dashamaganasya churadiganasya puri apyayane iti dhatuः puri apyayane churadihi अस्मात् धातोः णमुल् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. कस्य उपपदस्य उपस्थितौ चर्मन् say skin or what leather and udara so stomach or hunger whatever. So charma purayati iti strunati. He spreads say that particular blanket or that particular piece of cloth so that it covers the entire screen. Purayati to fulfill, to complete, to cover the entire skin. Charma. So charma purayati iti strunati. Very peculiar usages are being captured. We have to stick to these usages only. So charma purayati iti strunati. Uh, expands that particular blanket, that particular piece of cloth, covers using that particular piece of cloth so that the entire skin is covered or it fills over the entire skin. Charma purayati iti strunati. Tatra charma iti upapadam, pura iti puri iti dhatuhu. So karta is somebody else, devadatta. This charma comes as a karma pada. That's we say karmani ityeva. चर्म पूरं स्तृणाति. सो पूर प्लस णमूल पू दीर्घः अस्ति अतः पुगन्तलघुपदस्य चित्यस्य प्रसक्तिः नास्ति. पूर प्लस णमूल णिच् विल कम, इट विल गो अवे बाय णेरनीति. पूरम इति अंतिमं रूपं सिद्ध्यति. You should be able to do prakriya by now. So charma puram strunati, and I think on the next slide I have given the prakriya. So charma puram strunati. एवमेव उदर इति अन्यः शब्दः udaram purayati iti bhunkte, eats till his stomach is full or is satisfied. So udaram purayati iti bhunkte, udara puram bhunkte. This is 10th gana. So swarthe nich asti. Pura plus nich plus namula. Nich will go away. Neraniti. Pura plus namula. udara puram bhunkte iti rupam siddhyati. So karmani ityeva चर्मोदरयोः कर्मणोः उपपदयोः पूर्यतेः णमुल् प्रत्ययः भवति. चर्मपूरं स्तृणाति उदरपूरं भुंक्ते. Somebody saying पेट भर के खाना खाता है. That's actually I think translated right from over here. So udara purayati, and in most of the local languages also there is an equivalent phrase पेट भर के खाना खाता है or udaram purayati, full stomach. So that's exactly the meaning over here. So charma puram strunati udara puram bhunkte. एतेन निर्देशे, सो न्यासं पश्यामः. एतेन निर्देशे ण्यन्तस्य इदं ग्रहणम् इत्याचस्ते. Essentially he is saying that this is the णिच् pratyaya over here. The णिच् pratyayant dhatu. So we prefer the 10th gana rather than the 4th gana. So ण्यन्तस्य इदं ग्रहणम् इत्याचस्ते. उदरपूरं भुङ्क्ते इति उदरं पूरयं भुङ्क्ते इत्यर्थः. सो उदरं पूरयन् भुङ्क्ते शत्रुप्रत्ययेन सह तेन अत्र वृत्तिः निर्दिष्टा अस्ति. सेम उदरं पूरयति इति भुङ्क्ते, सेम एज उदरं पूरयन् भुङ्क्ते. कौमुदीं पश्यामः. कर्मणि इत्येव चर्मपूरं स्तृणाति उदरपूरं भुङ्क्ते. स्पष्टमेव स्यात्. अग्रे सो चर्मोदरयोः पूरेः वर्षप्रमाण ऊलोपश्चास्यान्यतरस्याम्. So two more sutras and we will stop. So वर्षप्रमाण ऊलोपश्चास्यान्यतरस्याम् चेलेक्नोपेः. Both the sutras again talk about very specific context. What context? varsha pramana, the amount of rain. Like in today's days, we measure the rain using say 10 millimeter, it rained 20 millimeters, and so on. So basically the height of that particular how much the sea level or water level increased because of that rain, that's the kind of unit that you use for measuring the intensity of the rain. The same thing is being discussed in these two sutras. Obviously, instead of these millimeters and so on, some specific units are being discussed over here. So Varshayaha Pramanam. How much did it rain? Varshayaha Pramanam iti nirdesham kartum कर्मणि उपपदस्य उपस्थितौ पूरि धातोः same thing from previous sutram णमुल् इति प्रत्ययः भवति. So गोष्पदं पूरयति इति वर्षा प्रमाणम. So that is varsha pramane atra pratyayah. Goshpadam purayati. Goshpadam, the height of say the lower part of say cow, leg of a cow. So the cow's leg, the lower part, whatever is that particular measurement, or if that uh, if there is a ditch in the land or in the soil of that particular height, the water, because of that rain, that particular ditch, that particular hole gets filled. Either way the meaning can be taken. So essentially it's kind of a measure of the increase in the water level. So goshpadam purayati iti varsha pramanam. Goshpada pura iti dhatuhu णिच् इति स्वार्थे प्रत्ययः दशमगणस्य धातुः अस्ति. णमुल् णिच् प्रत्ययस्य णेरनीति लोपः. गोष्पद पूरम गोष्पद पूरम इति रूपम. And as an alternate form, the ukara can be removed optionally. So prakriyayam puri ityasya ukarasya vikalpena lopaha bhavati. The u can be optionally removed. So if you remove u, it will be half p combined with half r to form pra. So goshpada pram iti atra rupam bhavitum arhati. So goshpada puram no chet goshpada pram iti antimam rupam ubhayatha prayogaha drishyate. So that's the meaning of the sutram. Varsha pramana is the context, and ऊलोपः च अस्य अन्यतरस्याम्. So ऊलोपः उकारस्य लोपः भवति. ऊ दीर्घः अस्ति. पूरि इत्यस्य उकारस्य लोपः अन्यतरस्याम् विकल्पेन लोपः भवति. So somebody is explaining more about goshpadam. So goshpadam is a small, I'm just reading the comment. Goshpadam is a small shape that is made in the wet land by the hoof of the cow. So it's a small area which is used to measure the rise in the water level. So it rained so much that that particular area, that particular shape was filled with water. So that is the size, or that is the amount of the rain that that happened. So goshpadam purayati iti varsha pramanam. Goshpada puram और ऊकार लोपम कृत्वा गोष्पदप्रम इति उभयथा प्रयोगः सिद्ध्यति. झटिति व्याख्यानं पश्यामः. We have 10 more minutes. कर्मणि इत्येव पूरयतेः धातोः णमुल् प्रत्ययः भवति. ऊलोपः अस्य पूरयतेः अन्यतरस्यां भवति. ऊकारस्य विकल्पेन लोपः. समुदायेन चेत् वर्षस्य प्रमाणं यत्ता level गम्यते. So how much rain it happened. So Goshpadapuram Devaha Vrishtaha, the god rained this much amount of rain. How much? Goshpadapuram, that particular by that particular size, the the level increased, or that particular whole ditch in the land was filled. That particular shape was filled. So Goshpadapuram Vrishtaha Devaha, and Ukara Lopam Krutva Goshpadapram Vrishtaha Devaha. Sitapuram Rushtaha Deva. Sita, Hala, plow. So if you dig a small hole using that particular plow, that particular hole is filled. Different small units of measurement, unofficial units of measurement. So Sitapuram Rushtaha Devaha. Again, ukarasya lupam krutva Sita pram Rushtaha Devaha iti atra bhavitum arhati. Now he looks at this particular uh, so somebody is asking a question, does it mean something similar to, ankle depth of water? Something similar to that. So like how much is, if you for example have different ditches in the whatever land, a smaller one got filled and the bigger one got filled, and even the even more bigger one got filled. So how much rain got, how much rain happened, so that which size ditches got filled, that is essentially the measurement. So it is the ankle size hole or ankle size deep ditch, or say whatever feet size and so on. So these are the different measurements that are being discussed over here. Now he talks about an important aspect or interesting aspect in the sutram. Look at the sutram once again. Varsha pramana ऊलोपः च अस्य अन्यतरस्याम्. अस्य इति शब्दः अत्र किमर्थं प्रयुज्यते इति प्रश्नः. वर्षप्रमाण ऊलोपः च अन्यतरस्याम्. So anyway you have पूर धातु, उकारलोपः भवति, प्र इत्येव भवेत्. So अस्य इति शब्दः तत्र किमर्थम् उक्तः अस्ति? वर्षप्रमाण ऊलोपश्च अस्य अन्यतरस्याम्. So he says asya इत्यनेन धातोः इत्युक्ते पूरधातोः उकारस्य लोपः भवति इति उच्यते. उपपदे यदि उकारः अस्ति तर्हि तस्य लोपः न करणीयः. सो अस्य ग्रहणं किमर्थम्? If you take an upapada like mushika bil, the small dig or hole made by a rat, a mouse, mushaka. So that particular hole got filled. So in the land, a small hole was made by the rat, and that hole got filled. That much amount of rain happened. So atra mushika bila इत्यस्मिन् उपपदे अपि उकारः अस्ति, परन्तु एतादृशस्य उकारस्य लोपः न इष्यते, केवलं धातोः एव उकारस्य लोपः इष्यते इति स्पष्टीकर्तुम् अत्र अस्य इत्युक्ते अस्य धातोः इति शब्दः प्रयुक्तः अस्ति. सो अस्य ग्रहणं किमर्थम्? उपपदस्य मा भूत् मूषिका बिलपुरं मृष्टः देवः, तत्र मूषिका बिलप्रं केवलं धातोः उकारस्यैव लोपः तत्र भवेत्. कौमुदीं पश्यामः. कर्मणि उपपदे पुरेः नमुल् स्याद् ऊकारलोपः वा समुदायेन वर्षप्रमाणे गम्ये. द मेजर ऑफ रेन. गोष्पदपूरं मृष्टः देवः, गोष्पदप्रं मृष्टः देवः. अस्य इति किम्? उपपदस्य मा भूत् मूषिका बिलप्रम् इत्यत्र मूषिका इति ऊकारस्य लोपः न इष्यते. Now, Padamanjari talks something very interesting in this context, Ishtapatti, a mistake that is actually desired. So, Padamanjari talks something very interesting. Let's take a look at it. We might run 5 minutes extra, but let's take a look at this. So, he says, Ulo paschanyatarasyam iti shakyam akartum. So, this ukara lopa, which is happening optionally, vikalpena ukarasya lopaha bhavati. Why? Because you want to get the form gosh pradam. What he is saying is that this part is not needed in the sutram. Ulopashasyanyatarasyam iti shakyam akartum. You can get rid of this part from this sutram. Now, obvious question is, if you get rid of this part, how are you going to achieve the word gosh padapram? Because ukara lopa is required. So he says Gosh Padapram can also be achieved by a different dhatu which has the same meaning or similar meaning. So pra iti kaschana dhatu asti. God knows if it is there in the dhatu patha. So prapurane adadiganasya thankfully is there. Adadiganasya prapurane. See the same meaning, to fill. So we are talking about that particular hole in the land which is being filled by the rain. So to fill ityeva artha. So prapurane iti dhatuh asti. अस्माद् धातोः आतोनुपसर्गे कः इति क प्रत्ययः भवेत्. So like विशेषज्ञः, विशेषं जानाति इति विशेषज्ञः. So you get an atonupasarge ka pratyay, and because of ka pratyay ato lopa iti cha iti akaro lopam krutva rupam siddhyati. In the same way, asmad dhatoh atonupasarge ka iti ka pratyayah bhavet. Kriya visheshanatvat karmatvam napumsakatve. So is the final word gosh pradam will act as a kriya visheshana. So kriya visheshana are always used in napumsakalinga dvitiya ekvachanam. Na rupa bheda, na artha bheda, na swara bheda. Finally is going to be the same thing. I mean, you can work out the swaras beyond our scope, but let's take this. Na rupa bhedaha, na artha bhedaha, na swara bhedaha. So essentially, because it is being used as a kriya visheshana, it will give the same final form. So he says, na rupa bhedaha, na artha bhedaha, na swara bhedaha. Now the only objection is nanu namule sati avyayatvat vibhaktinam shravanam na bhavati. So he says the only objection to this particular, alternate approach is that this word which is generated goshpada pra, so goshpada plus pra plus namul will give, sorry, plus ka atonupasarge kaha. So goshpada plus pra plus ka will give goshprada. That word is not avyaya, so only when it is used as a kriya visheshana it will go in kliba napumsaka dvitiya ekvachanam, but otherwise it is not an avyaya, so it can possibly undergo various vibhaktis like gosh pradena and so on, and so on. So he says nanu namuli gosh pada prena and so gosh pada praya gosh pada prat and so on. So he says nanu namuli sati avyayatvat vibhaktinam shravanam na bhavati. So he says if you want to force the ka pratyaya over there, maybe we will end up in the vibhakti forms which are not possible over here. Namuli sati vibhaktinam shravanam nasyat avyayatvat. And he says that is actually an ishtapatti. You want the vibhaktis because these vibhaktis are actually seen used in the language. So ishyate tavad vibhaktinam shravanam. So just like the way gosh pada pram word is used, in the same way gosh pada prena tritiya ekvachanam is also seen in the prayoga, which means that you anyway need pra purane plus ka giving rise to gosh pada pra, because if it was only namul pratyaya it would give an avyaya. You cannot make a tritiya ekvachanam, but we want various vibhakti forms, so you anyway want the ka pratyaya on pradhatu along with gosh pada as the upapada. So gosh pada plus pra plus ka इत्यत्र गोष्पद प्र इति शब्दे प्राप्ते तस्य विभक्ति रूपाणि अवश्यं भवन्ति, तानि प्रयोगे अपि दृश्यन्ते, अतः तेनैव सूत्रेण गोष्पद प्रम इत्यपि शब्दः भवितुम् अर्हति, तदर्थम् अत्र ऊलोपश्चास्यान्यतरस्याम् इति अंशः नावश्यकः, अतः इत्युक्त्वा तस्य प्रत्याख्यानं क्रियते. So etaccha bhashye ulopa pratyakhyana tavasiyate. So bhashya, actually I don't think I've looked at it, but bhashya for this, I don't think I have written it on the slide, sorry. So the bhashya of this particular sutram does the pratyakhyana of ulopaschasyanyadrasyam, and that is the point that is being discussed in Padamanjari over here. Why? Because a separate dhatu pra plus ka will give this form. In addition, that will anyway be needed for justifying forms like gosh pradena and so on. So essentially the bottom line, one line meaning varsha pramana, varshayaha pramanam iti nirdeshartham gosh prada puram tatha gosh pada pram iti shabdadvayam anena sutrena siddhyati. Agrimam ekameva sutram, because it's in the same context, and then we will stop in the sense there are no more slides. So chele knope agrimam sutram, we finished varsha pramana ulopaschasyanyatarasyam. Agrimam sutram chele knope, the context is the same, measurement of varshayaha pramanam. The verb changes, kunui shabde undane cha kunui iti dhatuhu. Hopefully it will come. This one, kunui iti dhatuhu, kunui shabde undane cha, to sound, to wet iti atra arthaha svikriyate undane. So some amount of rain that has just drenched, that has just made my clothes wet. So in language also we say just drenched, like little bit of rain. It is not sufficient to fill the gosh pada or any particular hole on the ground, but probably just a quick rain came for like 2 minutes, it went away, but it caused the clothes to be wet. So chelam ityukte vastram knopayati. Knu dhatu tatra nich pratyaya. Knu is to wet, to be wet. Knopa is to get wet. So chelam knopayati iti varshayaha pramanam. This knu should be rasva. If I'm not, no, it's dirgha. Chelam knopayati iti varshaha pramanam. Chela plus knuya plus nicha plus namula. So chela plus knuya pugagamaha bhavati. The prakriya is written over here. Pugagamaha bhavati. That this is puganta laghu padasya is not correct. I don't think whatever. So need to check this prakriya. But why, if it is dirgha, then why it is puganta laghu padasya? I don't know. But chela plus knu plus pukka plus e nich pratyay e plus ama prakriyam krutva chelaknopam iti siddhyati. Sorry, it's 6:30 and I am also like out of my brain. This is puganta laghu padasya. Puk asti. So this is not laghu padasya. This is puganta. Thanks for somebody telling me this right away. So puganta asti. So pugagamaha bhavati. Pugagamस्य उपस्थितौ अत्र लघुपदस्य उपधावर्णस्य गुणः भवति. So पुगन्तस्य उपस्थितौ उपधावर्णस्य गुणः भवति. क्नोय लोपो व्योर्वलिति यकारस्य लोपः णेरनीति तिणिच् प्रत्ययस्य लोपः चेलक्नोपम इति अंतिमं रूपं सिद्ध्यति. Again, one last time, avyaya, not prathama or dvitiya. Don't ask these questions again. So chelaknopam varshati. It rained so as to, I mean, as much as the just the clothes got wet, not necessarily goshvada puram, not necessarily a certain dig, a certain hole was filled, but just the clothes got wet, drenched. So chelam kunopayati iti varshaha pramanam. Tatra prakriya atra nirdishta asti. Pugagamaha bhavati, उपधा गुणः भवति. तत्र णिच् प्रत्ययस्य लोपः, यकारस्य लोपो व्योर्वलिति लोपः, चेलक्नोपम इति अंतिमं रूपं सिद्ध्यति. चेलक्नोपम वर्षति. कर्मणि इत्येव कुनुई शब्दे उन्दने च अस्मादण्यन्ताद् धातोः. ण्यन्ताद् because make something wet. So कुनुई शब्दे उन्दने च अस्मात् ण्यन्ताद् धातोः चेलर्थेषु कर्मसु उपपदेषु. चेल synonym to vastra. You can have another word also because chelartheshu. So you can actually use the word vastra also. So chelartheshu karmasu upapadeshu namul pratyaya bhavati. Varsha pramane gamyamane chelaknopam vrishtaha vastraknopam vrishtaha vasanakropam knopam vrishtaha. You can use the synonyms also. चेलार्थेषु कर्मसु उपपदेषु क्नोपेः णमुल् स्याद् वर्षप्रमाणे. चेलक्नोपं मृष्टः देवः वस्त्रक्नोपं वसनक्नोपम् इत्येतानि उदाहरणानि. अनेन प्रकारेण अत्र चेले क्नोपेः इति सूत्रं यावदस्माभिः अधीतं. So the next section, starting from nimula samulayoho kashaha, some 12 sutras up to starting from nimula samulayoho kashaha, is all the sutras in a very specific context. All these sutras are told. So we will study all these sutras. So starting from nimula samulayoho kasha up to kashadishu yatha vidyanu prayogaha iti yavanti sarvani sutrani shvastana varge ekasmineva samaya yugapat pathamaha. Now there are a couple of questions over here, but I'll just take one or two of them. Chela, somebody is pointing. This should be chela plus artheshu. Chelartheshu karmasu upapadeshu. Yes, typing mistake. Chelartheshu karmasu upapadeshu namul pratyaya bhavati. So that's it. I think samapayamaha jhatiti abhyasam pashyamaha. Simple exercise today actually. Adhodattanam vakyanam artham likhata. So devdattah kanyadarsham vrinoti. कः अर्थः याः याः कन्याः पश्यति ताः साकल्येन वृणोति. So one line meaning you have to write. देवदत्ता इत्थंकारं भुङ्क्ते, देवदत्ता चर्मपूरं गृणाति, गोष्पदपूरं मृष्टो देवः and so on. And second question, स्वादुमिणमुल् इत्यत्र खमुय् प्रत्ययः भवेत् इति पूर्वपक्षः अस्माभिः प्रारम्भे दृष्टः. सः पूर्वपक्षः तथा च तस्य खण्डनम् एतत् सर्वम् अत्र स्पष्टीकर्तव्यम्. So this is not the siddhanta, this is the purva paksha. स्वादुमिणमुल् इत्यत्र खमुयि प्रत्ययः प्रयोक्तव्यः इति पूर्वपक्षं स्पष्टीकृत्य तस्य खण्डनं. So we saw two answers to this particular sutram, one for the stri pratyaya and second for the chvi pratyaya. Both of them you have to answer in the uttara paksha. So one quick note before that. Uh, okay, one quick note over here. There are a couple of questions, but I'll keep them aside. We are running out of time because we are running, close to the end of the course. We have only 4, 5, 6 classes remaining. So starting from today's class, the homework and the answers of the homework will be uploaded simultaneously. So the answers of all the homeworks till class 34 have already been uploaded on the portal. Starting from today's class, I will upload the homework, and at the same time we will also upload the answers, so you can take a look at the answers whenever you are ready with your answer. So you don't have to send me the homework for correction. You can just take a look at the answers and correct them yourself. If you have any particular question or if you do not agree to a certain answer given in the answer sheet, you can of course write back. So इत्यलं समापयामः. श्वस्तनवर्गे अन्येषाम् अग्रे विद्यमानानां सूत्राणाम् अध्ययनं भविष्यति. अष्टाध्यै जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. शब्दब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. धन्यवादः.